Here, and thank you for all my friends that made it out tonight, and what a wonderful crowd. So I wrote a new piece that I was really excited about sleeping with a guy I met on OkCupid with a very short penis, and then ironically the piece itself was like way too long, so I'm going to read two shorter pieces from my book. If anyone is interested in buying a book from me, I have a couple copies with me, so please approach me afterwards if you're interested. So I'm going to read two pieces, and they're both about massages. And the thing you have to know is that I have a chronic pain condition, and then also for a while I was very sick with a rare endocrine disorder, and I'm also chronically poor, so I was always on the lookout for cheap massage, and I was also taking a lot of opiates at the time, so it's kind of a bad combination. So these are two stories about massages. The first one is called Thai Massage. The steps down in the massage parlor beneath the Thai restaurant are wet. Blinds are drawn over two small windows. Before I get the door even halfway open, an older woman pulls it wide from the other side. "You want massage?" she asks, grabbing my free hand. She pulls me into a dark and very warm basement room. It's so dark inside that I can barely make out the couch where she's been sitting and the decorations on the wall. Some gray light seeps in from one window. Daytime talk shows scream from a huge TV. Another woman sits on the couch, her shadow a darker gray against the back wall of the room. The older woman leads me into a side room. "Take everything off," she says, and sweeps her hand over her body to illustrate. She hurries out of the room, and I start undressing. She comes right back as I'm taking off my bra and asks me if I need help. "I'm fine," I say. She instructs me to take off my underwear too, but I tell her that I'd rather keep them on. It seems like something's missing, some hippie ceremony. Why isn't she telling me as she turns the sound of rain and humpback whales on a boombox to get comfortable and take my time? The woman's English isn't very good. As I climb up on the table, I ask her to avoid my stomach because I've just had a surgery and it's still a little tender. "You have surgery?" she asks. "Yes," I say, face down into the table. "I had my gallbladder removed." "In your legs?" She's on top of the table now, pressing down on my back. "No, in my stomach." The woman hasn't bothered to turn off the TV, and through the open door, I hear the next case being brought before Judge Judy. "Let me get this straight," says Judge Judy. "You let this woman move in with you not knowing anything about her except what you learned on Craigslist?" I can't hear the plaintiff's response. "You no work today?" asks the masseuse. I don't feel like making conversation, not only because she doesn't know where the gallbladder is, but also because I just don't feel like it. I walk down here with my cane, and I'd rather just space out and try to forget about being sick for a while. "No," I say, "I just thought a massage sounded nice." The woman leaves. Through the open door, I hear a man's voice murmuring something. The other woman goes into a room with the man, and the TV is still on. My masseuse returns with a hot towel and places it on my back and starts slapping my body with her hands. "You ever have Thai massage?" she asks. "No," I say. "Let me get this straight. You smashed a beer bottle and shoved it in your friend's face?" "No, I don't know. I fell. You were drunk." I was. "Let me finish. I'm the judge. It's my turn to talk. You were stumbling around drunk and you blacked out and cut your friend's face with a beer bottle. How many stitches did you have to have?" 13, Your Honor." The woman stops slapping my back. "It's over," she says. "I know it hasn't been an hour yet." "I'm sorry?" "Turn over," she says. "Oh, turn over. I'm sorry. I didn't understand you." I turn over. I hear her gasp. She's seen my Frankenstein scar from my second brain surgery and the scattershot scars from my recent gallbladder surgery. "Oh," she says, "I only do circulation." I grunt in agreement, although I'm not sure what she means by this. The masseuse begins stroking my stomach with her hands, tracing the contours of my torso. I don't know where to look. Up at her face seems wrong, maybe the ceiling, or should I close my eyes? I end up staring at the dim light bulb in the ceiling. A commercial's on now for business college. The woman runs her index finger around my belly button. I want to tell her to stop, but I don't want to be rude. Her finger is going round and round as if circling a drain. Is this supposed to be relaxing? I start to feel my nipples get hard, exposed as I am, cold. I wonder if this is where she would offer a male client a hand job, and then I feel bad for assuming that she's a sex worker, assuming anything, that she doesn't like her job, that she's passive, that she's a victim. I glance up at her face and she's spacing out, staring at the wall. She looks bored. "Unemployed in a dead-end job? Have you considered a career in the medical field?" "You want a shower?" She motions towards the corner of the room. I don't want to take off any more of my clothes, which at this point is just my underwear. I just want to leave. I put my clothes back on over my shivering, oily body. I pay her and walk back out into the cold. It's now as dark outside as it was in the massage parlor. On the way back to my friend's house, I duck into a fancy boutique to warm up. The two skinny white women working there ignore me. Okay. So that was in Seattle, and this was when I was living in San Francisco. It's called Swedish massage. After we've decided on a time for my 1 hour, $30 Swedish massage, and the massage therapist gives me directions to her house, she tells me how much I'm going to love this massage. You're going to love this, Martha, she says. It'll be amazing. And then in a couple days, I drive to the massage therapist's house and park across the street, and I realize her house is a weekly hotel, the Railroad Hotel. And she meets me outside on the sidewalk in front of the locked front door in her nurse scrubs, because after all, it said on the coupon my roommate gave me that she was a registered nurse. And I smile, relieved to have found the place because I'm new to San Francisco and got a little lost on the way over. And then we walk up 2 flights of stairs and down a hallway past a skinny older man and a sign on the wall underlined in red telling tenants not to throw their hypodermic needles in the trash. And I smell fish, and the massage therapist says that someone is cooking something disgusting. And I follow her into a room where there is no massage table, only a double bed and a massage chair and a microwave and a cardboard chart of the acupressure points of the human body tacked to the wall. And the massage therapist tells me to take off all my clothes and sit down on the chair and asks me whether I've ever had a chair massage before, and I tell her I haven't. And she tells me that I'm just going to love it and to take off all my clothes and put them on that chair. And she points to a chair against the wall next to a dying palm tree, and I tell her that I need to use the bathroom, and she frowns and hands me a roll of toilet paper and shows me down the hall where the bathroom is and tells me this is why the massage is only $30. And I lock the door behind me and pee and walk back to the room and realize I forgot the toilet paper next to the toilet. But the massage therapist is waiting for me and tells me to take off all my clothes and get in a massage chair next to the floor-to-ceiling windows, and then I'm going to love this massage. And she asks me if I've ever had acupressure before, and I say no, and she tells me I'm going to love it, that it will work wonders for tension, and to take off all my clothes. And so I take off my clothes right there in the too bright room while she watches me, and I put them on the chair, everything except for my underwear, which I keep on, and I sit down on the cold vinyl massage chair with my scarred white belly hanging over the elastic waistband of my underwear and onto my knees, and I shiver because it's a little cold in the room, and the massage therapist tells me to stick my head down on the headrest and ask me if I'm comfortable, and I say no, not really, and she adjusts the headrest and asks me, am I comfortable now, and I say no, and she says, why not?